Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. Today, we're going to be talking about strangers, Thor, and happy hour.
Let's get hammered.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 246 of 10K Dollar Day. This is the comedy podcast about imaginary luxury travel, where we're about to take $10,000, spend it in one place around the world in one day. We also have a couple other segments, obsessions, wish list, and our new fan favorite, the 10K Roleplay, which is all improv all the time. So welcome to the show, everyone. Oh, I'm Alison Burns.
Oh, I'm Lulu Picard.
So we are so excited that you're here with us today. And let's go ahead and get started because I have a crazy obsession that I want to share. And I think you're going to be shocked
Oh,
that
okay.
It's even an obsession.
Well, but then you go first.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, let's see what you think about this. I've been obsessed lately with the leveler, which is,
I don't know what that is.
You do. It's just weird to hear it come out of my mouth.
Okay.
So a leveler is something that like handyman use, and you put it on things and you see if it's
a level.
Yeah.
I just call it a level. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Okay.
yes, levels are cool.
So here's how I went down this rabbit hole. My husband and I, we barter a little bit with Hannah's school in order to get her tuition paid for. So he was asked to help build part of this new facility they're doing. So he was doing like labor, right, to build like a new preschool room. So he goes in to build it one night. He's like, hey, can you come help me? It's only me there. I just need you to hold a few things. I was like, yeah. So we show up. And I'm holding things, he's hammering, he's nailing, he's sawing things. And then he's like, hey, grab me that level or I don't know. So I get it. It's first of all, the biggest leveler I have ever seen. It's as big as my body. And I've never seen that. I was like, this thing's amazing. So I was like making sure everything was just level. Well, then he was like, okay, pack it up. I was like, oh, is this ours? He's like, no, but I have a few things I want to do with it at home to measure some things out. I was like, okay, well, now forget it. I've gone around every room in my house. I'm just like obsessed with seeing if everything's level. I'm like, are these drawers level? Are my pictures? I think I hung them right. I was like, ooh, let me see if my curtains are level. Like everything in my house. You know what I found out was not level is everything in my bathroom. For some reason it's at a slope. So then I was like, oh my gosh, do we have a sinkhole? Like it's crazy. I was doing it on my floor. I'm just obsessed with it. I wanted to check my whole house.
I think that there are apps that do that now.
That you can just check?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's a level app that I think it works.
Oh, like on your phone. Oh, so your phone becomes the leveler.
Yeah, because it uses that gyro, whatever.
Yeah.
Action in the phone.
That makes sense because there are games where you turn your phone and you can drive so it can see which way you're going. That's cool.
Well, hours of fun for you.
Hours of fun. Listen, that's my obsession. What's yours?
I said, I don't know what that is. You go, yes, you do. It just sounds funny coming out of my mouth. My obsession is specifically Tillamook ice cream.
Oh,
have you had that brand of ice cream?
No.
Well, when we were, I don't know, like maybe even 10 years ago, I don't think Tillamook was around as a dairy company in as many things as it is now.
Yeah.
But it used to be just cheese, I feel. Like they just used to sell cheese.
When you said it, I thought it was the Spanish channel.
Tillamook.
Yeah.
Oh, Tillamook ice cream.
I thought you were about to be like, that's my obsession.
No, they make cheese. They make like dips. They make cream cheese, all that kind of stuff. And they make ice cream. Their ice cream very boldly says that it's extra creamy and that they use more cream than you like legally have to use to be called ice cream. They use more.
Oh, interesting.
And let me tell you, straight out of the freezer, this ice cream is like whoop, at the perfect consistency every single time. And my mom, who is an ice cream fiend, I gave her some of the mudslide flavor, which is like chocolate-ish.
Okay.
And she immediately, after finishing her big bowl of ice cream, said, "This is our new ice cream." That was it. And then I came down the other day and the carton was like upside down in the sink, like it was over, like it was done. She killed that carton.
That's
so
amazing.
Tillamook ice cream, I am into it. Every single flavor I've had is delicious, and
I
I am a big fan.
That's amazing. I'm gonna have to try it.
You should. They have it at Publix.
All right.
What's your wish list?
Okay, this is weird. But this is what I wrote. I'm just gonna read it.
Yeah.
I wish that your body could hook up to a device at night and you weren't allowed to wake up until you got all the sleep that your individual body needed, right? So your body literally could not wake up until whatever you were hooked up, like almost like an energy bar, right? So it's like
yeah. Like when you re-update your phone and you can't use it until
exactly. It's done. So you literally were not allowed to get out of bed until your body got all the rest it needed to be able to go on for the day. And that whoever you were supposed to meet that day, so I could share this information. So like with my boss, with a rehearsal person, like whoever I was supposed to be would also have that information. So if I was late, there's nothing they could do. They'd be like, you know what? Nope, she's still actually getting the sleep she needs. She can't be here yet.
That would be amazing.
Right. And so they would get that alert. So even if my call time was say 9 a.m. somewhere, if for whatever reason, I did not get the sleep my body needed in order to function at 100%.
Then the whole job would have to wait for you.
Yes. They would be like,
and it would have to wait for every single person. Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go to bed earlier?
No, that's fine too. But here's the thing. There are days I go to bed early and I still don't feel rested in the morning. I don't know if maybe I'm not sleeping through the night, because I also have been Googling, are there sleep aids that are safe to take every single night? And the general consensus is no, like you should never take a sleep aid every night.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's what I've just Googled.
I mean, I take one every night because I can't, I have insomnia.
I know. And that's my thing. So I'm like, okay, there's got to be one that's not going to and we, I don't know. I've just been having trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. So I feel like I need to do something, you know?
It's the worst. I don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah. So that was my wish, is that the device would make us sleep until our body was like, we're ready. Boop, wake up. And that everyone else was on that same, path. So you couldn't get in trouble if you were late.
What's just funny to me that you didn't wish that you could just sleep better.
I don't know.
Like instead you wish that the whole world would stop. Every project you went through it. You're like school, work, rehearsal, the kids.
I know. See, I think I wrote this at 2 a.m. when I couldn't sleep.
Clearly.
Yeah. All right. What's your wish list?
My wish list is I wish I could magically clean up my computer.
Oh.
It takes so long.
It does take a long time.
And you have to go through like everything.
Yeah.
And I
feel like
enough.
That way about most things. Like it's so easy to mess it up or to make it messy, but it's so hard to clean my house.
Yeah, like everything in the world is that way.
It's so true. It's so easy.
The people who have everything always organized and put away, on their desktop, in their house, it's their obsession throughout the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've definitely had friends like that or lived with people like that. And it's like, oh, it's like their eyes are always scanning.
Yep. 100%.
My eyes are never scanning.
No, never.
Yeah. I have to I have to turn them on.
Yeah. You have to turn your eyes on. I totally get that.
Yeah. So anyway, I've been trying to get more room on my computer. So every so often I go in and I clean up, and I'm trying to clean up all the inboxes and clean up all the things. And it's just, I couldn't even do it in a pandemic.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
I would love to know that if there's a bae out there who in the pandemic actually accomplished something huge. And I mean we said we were going to clean out all the closets and we did. Oh, I got down to 0 inbox for the first time in my life.
Oh, yeah.
All of those things that we said, well, if I ever had a year off, I would do it. who did it?
Yeah.
Like really did it. And I'm not talking about like we all did stuff that we never thought we'd do, right? Like baked bread and made crafts. But I mean something that in your normal life you were like, oh, if I just had a year off, I could finally clean out the garage.
Right. Because I started that with my closets. That's when I began my own personal TikTok. I took everything out of my closets, but then I got like halfway through and then everything just sat there for days and days.
And then you had to stuff it all back
in. And then I just stuffed it back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never actually got through it.
Well, this has been a fun episode.
Well, then let's keep going. It's time for Alison's 10K day.
It's a $10K day. Imaginary travel and a laugh or two. As we tell you all the crazy things we wanna do. We buy top drawer, but we don't really pay. So say what's your happy and you'll be our bae.
All right. The word of the day is...
Hi, my name is Michelle, and the word of the day is connection.
All right. That comes from Michelle Pinto, and she lives in Colorado. And thank you for that word, Michelle. She's actually like a yogi. So this word, I was not surprised when she gave us the word connection.
All right.
All right. So Lulu, you are going to hate my day that I'm taking you on.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So the first thing I thought was, okay, connection. What does that mean? So it means connecting to something, to someone. I know. Lulu, why don't we find a group of strangers and travel with them?
I already hate it. I already hate this idea.
I know. What? You're gonna hate all of it. It's gonna be great. I have some saving graces though. Okay. So I found this website. It's called Flashpack. Okay.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, Flashpack. And it's adventures for strangers. And they all come together and they go on these trips. Okay. And their mission is to create 1 million meaningful friendships across the globe. Now, here's the cool part, which you will like. It is exclusively for people in their 30s and 40s.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yes. And when I read about it, it said because there were a lot of younger travel groups. There were even a lot of over 50 travel groups, but no one had that middle group that it was exclusively for.
Yeah, you're right. Because I don't see a lot of travel things for that group. Do you have to go by yourself?
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
In every 14 people, so there's a max of 14 people per group goes out. In every 14, they say you cannot have more than 4, like you and 3 other people that you know. So
yeah, that makes sense.
And they only allow 1 couple per group.
Like romantic
couple.
Aha.
Correct. So we can go together, which is great. So that you will like. But here's what's cool. So you go to their website, which will be in our newsletter. Make sure you guys sign up for that by going to 10kday.com. Just click on sign up for newsletter. You guys have to check out this adventure trip thing. Okay.
It's going to be great. We send your address to 7 other strangers, and then you have to go get in a car and see us live.
Not true. Not true. But what you can do is just try this. You don't have to actually go through with it, but this is a cool, like kind of click through quiz almost to find out where you should go. So when you first go to the website, it says trip type, and they give you these options: beach, jungle, mountain, city, desert, or snow. Which one would you have picked, Lou?
Beach. Say them again.
Beach, jungle, mountain, city, desert, snow.
Are these places all in the United States, or are they all over the world?
All over the world.
Okay, well that rules out desert. I was like, I would go to Sedona, but then I was like, what if they drop me in the middle of the Mojave Desert? Okay. Oh wait, Mojave's here. So I think I would go with mountain or city.
Okay. Well, I picked for us snow.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good too. I also would love snow.
Okay.
I mean, Jungle was definitely not going to be
Oh
on
yeah,
my list.
Jungle was out, and I knew you didn't like sand, so I was not willing to completely ruin your adventure. So I picked snow, and when you click on it, it gives you all of these adventures you can choose from, and you can filter them. So I filtered, because it's a 10K day, by highest price. So we are headed to, and this is a quote, unknown Iceland.
Oh, I'm in.
Okay, so excited about this. So this is what we're going to get. We get a private super Jeep expedition across the Valley of Thor, where there are no other vehicles in sight.
The Valley of Thor?
Yes.
Okay.
I know. We get a remote hike and exclusive Icelandic lunch on a vast shimmering glacier.
Okay.
We get silica mud masks and geothermal spa healing at the iconic Blue Lagoon.
Okay.
And we get to see the northern lights from the warmth of a hot tub beneath the stars.
All of that sounds perfect.
So this is all included, you guys, in the Flash Pack price. Again, a max of 14 people per group. You have to be in your 30s and 40s. You have all the activities on the itinerary, plus you get 4 breakfasts, 3 lunches, and 4 dinners. You get a 4-star hotel, experienced pack leader with you throughout the entire trip, the minibus, the Jeeps, the snowmobiles, and you get accommodations in twin rooms. Now, here's hard stop for you.
Wait a minute.
I know.
And you can't, and most of the time you're with strangers.
Correct. But here's what they do. There's a couple options.
But we're in our 30s and 40s.
I know. Here's what you can do. There's some options. Okay. So I knew that would be a hard stop, but I also know that's why I went further. I went deep into the Flash Pack to figure out if this would ever work for you. So here's what they do offer. First of all, they do almost like a matchmaking kind of thing. So they ask you your likes, your dislikes. Do you like to stay up late? Do you like to sleep with the TV on? Like you take these little quizzes. They try to match you with someone. But when you get to the end, it does give you the option of upgrading to a private room for more money.
Okay, great.
So you can do a private room. But here's the thing. You and I know each other. We can opt to room together in our twin room. So we'll each have our own bed. We've done it
Even
before.
in our imaginary trips, we still have to live together.
It's fine because I needed it's expensive. So I needed to save a little bit of money.
All
but
right.
This also is a 4-night, 5-day adventure. So I know normally we do 2 nights, but we're going a little all out this time because I wanted to really highlight this adventure. Okay. So per person, it's $2,486.39. Now, obviously, if you're looking to do this for real, this does not include your flights. So you would have to get there. But I'm going to be honest, I think this is a pretty good price for all of that stuff. And to be like led around by someone who knows the area to do all of these things. Like, I feel like that's pretty good. With the accommodations and the breakfast, the lunches, the dinners.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like I'd do it. Mm-hmm. So anyways, for both of us, it's $4,972.78. Now, like I said, they do include food, but you and we're going to need some snacks because they don't have snacks. So I found this website. It's called Grapevine. And have you ever just looked at this or seen this?
No, I don't know it at all.
Okay. So basically you can search from different places around the world, but they have Icelandic snacks.
Ooh.
So you can actually go through and you can pick your snacks. They also
what kind of snacks?
Let me click on it.
Chippy type.
Yeah, they have chips. They have a lot of it is dried because of the hiking and a lot of things that happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that they have dried jerky and they have the puffs, the cheese puffs and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can also get, and what we're getting are these travel goodie bags. So they have all different kinds of goodie bags. They have one that's for hiking. They have one that's for relaxing, and we're going to grab all of them. So we're going to spend $320 on these travel goodie bags that include snacks. And also they include some brochures, history facts about the volcanoes, just stuff like that. It's really cute. So that's what we're going to get. Then we also need a bunch of new clothing.
Oh.
Now I looked up what you should have in your suitcase when you travel to Iceland in the winter, or anytime really. You should have a fleece-lined or lightweight wool jumper. You should have a rainproof jacket. You should have rainproof trousers, sturdy walking shoes, gloves, scarves, a warm hat, thermal base layers, and waterproof boots and socks, a swimsuit, and a quick dry towel. So you and I each are going to get all of these things. And I did price them out from different stores. So $3,000 we're spending on clothing.
Each, $1,500 each.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a lot of stuff. And we got the best of the best. Okay. Now here's where I decided to get a little creative. I told myself, I wish if you and I were going on a trip with complete strangers, but we know each other, right? I wish there was a way for us to communicate without our new friends knowing what we're saying.
Oh,
like if we had a secret language.
Okay.
So we're going to create a fictional language and we're going to practice it before we go. Now, there are lots of websites that'll actually help you do this. It's crazy.
Really?
Yes. Like they'll give you syllables that you can switch around, like different sounds. Like it's really cool actually. But I actually looked up a language person. Why didn't I write her? It's a linguist, right?
Yeah, linguist.
Okay. I was like, why didn't I write that down? But her name is Laura E. from Upwork, and she's going to help us figure out this language. She charges $25 per hour, but I feel like we just need like basic phrases, stuff that we know we would want to talk about behind people's back. And we're going to figure that out in, I guess, like 2 days. So I'm going to pay her $1,200 to help us figure out this fictional language.
Okay.
So now we have a secret language that we can say to each other and people won't know what we're saying.
Perfect.
And one thing that we're going to have to talk about that we can't let anyone else know.
Oh boy.
Is the fact that we're going to sneak off and we're going to take a 45-minute helicopter tour and we're not going to tell anybody. And it's called the Heli Happy Hour.
Ooh.
Yep. So you know what that means. It includes a bottle of sparkling wine that we're going to pop on top of a mountaintop.
Shut up.
Nope. So the helicopter takes you around and you like look over the whole site, and then it lands on a mountain and they pop a bottle of wine, sparkling wine, and you toast and drink a whole bottle of wine on top of the mountain.
You're kidding me. I want to do that.
I know. It's only $253 a piece. So we're going to use our secret language to tell each other, hey, it's time to go to our happy hour helicopter ride. And then we're going to make up some excuse like, oh, Alison's stomach hurts. I'm going to accompany her to the bathroom for 45 minutes. Exactly. And then we're going to leave.
That's the weird codependent friends we are.
And then we're going to sneak off and we're get in the helicopter and we're going to go and we're going to drink our wine. And then we'll come back and be like, oh, I'm feeling so much better. In fact, I feel great. And that brings me to my total of $10,000.
Yeah. See, I loved that day.
See, I made it work.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we would do if we had $10,000 to spend in really a place that's unknown. In fact, it's called Unknown Iceland. But here's what we would do if we had $10,000 to give away. So Lou, what did you find?
So for my charity this week, I picked one of our favorites. It is SAY, the Stuttering Association for the Young.
Yeah.
Alison and I were really lucky and got to do a really cool fundraiser with them with Paul Rudd a few years ago. P.S. They're having another one in October. So Paul, if you want us, we're available.
Yeah.
But on their website, it's a really great organization, everyone. They do a lot of things for children who stutter, including just giving them community and giving them somewhere to be and hang out with. And they put together a cool day camp. But on their site are tips on how to make interactions with people who stutter more positive.
Oh, cool.
And they call them listening tips. Oh. So I wanted to share these with everyone. So if you know somebody who stutters, these are things you can do to make them feel more supported. You can please be patient. You might be tempted to finish sentences or fill in words, but please refrain from doing so unless you know the other person well and have their permission. Although you may have the best of intentions, completing another person's sentences may feel demeaning. And if you guess the wrong word, then the difficulties only increase. Don't use comments such as slow down, take a breath, or relax. It feels patronizing. Maintain eye contact. Try not to look embarrassed or alarmed, just wait. Be aware that people who stutter usually have more trouble on the telephone.
Oh, interesting.
And hello is often a very difficult word for them to say. So there you go. Yeah. People sometimes wonder if it's okay to ask people questions about their stuttering. Some people are very sensitive about it. So just know that. Yeah. If you don't understand what's being said, please don't be afraid to simply say, I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you just said. It is preferable to pretending you understood or guess what was said.
Yeah.
Let the person who stutters know by your body language and actions that you are listening to what is being said, not how it's being said. I love that.
Yeah.
And then just a final, please be kind, be compassionate, and be a great listener, because in the end, what ties us all together is the incredible gesture of human kindness.
I love that.
I know. And if there's anybody out there that has someone who stutters in their life and you know some other things that have helped you communicate better and you want to fill us in, just let us know, because we're always willing to learn.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So I found a charity that's actually called Charity Connect. And it's really cool because it's a charity that connects volunteers to other nonprofits.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So basically you can go to their website and you can fill out a self-inventory thing online, and they will reach out to you. They'll discuss your interest, your goals, your availability. They will suggest volunteer opportunities. They will then facilitate with that chosen nonprofit. And then the process is complete when you're there and you are, volunteering. So their whole mission in life is to create lifelong volunteers. So it's a strategic plan that they have in place. They work with people to incorporate community service into their lives as part of their routine, which is really cool. So you can find them at charityconnect.us or just by subscribing to our newsletter. We're going to have that link there as well.
That's right. It's the best newsletter in the land.
That's the quote. Oh. All right. Now it's time for our happies before we go on to our last segment. So, Lou, what's your happy this week?
Right. My happy is that I figured out, this is really terrible, which fast food places are still open past midnight.
Oh, always Taco Bell.
Always Taco Bell. But here's the thing. I feel like before the pandemic, everything was open really late.
I agree.
Especially in Orlando, it was just really easy to find food late at night. And I had a rehearsal last night. So, I wanted to pick up food for everyone. And I had to drive around. I pulled into 4 or 5 fast food places. They were all closing or closed. And it was maybe 11:30 at night. And I understand that's not a normal time to eat, but I feel like it was just way more accessible before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And now I have found the 2 places open past midnight within a 2-mile radius of our house.
Well, that's good.
I know, but it involved driving into quite a lot of fast food places.
Yeah. And I feel like people aren't consistent with their hours anymore.
No, it's just pick what you want to do.
Yeah.
When I lived in France, it was very much like that.
Yeah.
It's always, I don't know if it's still like that now, but 20 years ago when I lived there, it was very much hi, this is our store and we've decided to come in today.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if it gets slow, they're
different.
let's just go to the bar. We're at happy hour.
Yeah, exactly. And now I think that America's kind of in that mood as well with their small businesses, which I got to tell you, I don't hate it.
Sure.
Once you're used to it, then it's not a big deal to look up hours before you go places, because before everything was 24 hours available to us.
Right.
And also everyone was burned out.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with things having hours. I don't need every store to be open all the time.
All the time. Yeah, I agree.
But that's my happy as I figured out where to eat.
Well, my happy is I figured out what was causing my itchy cheeks.
What?
So I've been like breaking out on my cheeks, and I thought it was rosacea because remember when my doctor told me, I think I shared this on the podcast like 4 or 5 years ago, that happens with middle-aged white women.
Yes.
And I was like, cool. But it's been happening. I was like, what is going on? And I realized the type of pillowcase that I have.
Uh-oh.
It's like a softer, like almost like a velvety material. And my dermatologist lady was like, what are you sleeping on every night? And I told her, and she was like, oh, no. She was like, that is a breeding ground for like bacteria, basically. She's like, do you wash your pillowcases like every few days? I was like, no.
Every few days?
Yes. She was like, every like 4 to 5 days, you should be washing them if you have that kind. And I was like, well, what kind should I get?
What kind do you have? Cotton?
No, it's like a velvet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate that microfiber. It always feels dirty to me.
Yeah. So that's what's been causing it, she said. So she sent me a link to a silk pillowcase. And she said, this is what I should be getting. And then you only have to wash it like every 2 weeks. So I have ordered that. It is on the way.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. Figured it out.
4 to 5 days. I guess you would have to just have multiple pillowcases.
Oh yeah. That's my thing.
No one has the time to like wash their sheets. Are you kidding me?
I know. That's how I feel about school uniforms. I'm like, I got to wash them so often because I can't.
How many do you buy for her?
I buy a week's worth. So 5.
Because how expensive are they?
They're expensive. Like the shirts alone are around $35 to $45 per shirt.
Whoa.
Yeah, because they have to be the ones we get anyway. They have to have the school logo.
Yeah, of course.
So you have to order them from a certain store and they have to have the logo. Now the skirts, you're supposed to buy the skirts from the same place, but I don't. I like Amazon that stuff. So I get like 3 of them for like $30, which is much better. So the skirts aren't the issue, but it's those shirts, man. And then they grow so freaking fast.
Yeah.
Like she's grown out of everything from every year. I have to buy new ones,
We were in uniforms because I went to Catholic school for a little bit. So I was in uniforms for that. And I just remember that you'd have to go every year. We'd have to go to like this random place in Cincinnati that sold Catholic uniforms to all the Catholic schools.
Oh.
And you would just go into, and it was like all of the plaids, were sorted by school. You'd go in and I really remember going in and shopping. Crazy.
Lulu, I am so glad that you're my podcast partner.
Yeah, you're okay too. But you know who I really love having as a team member?
Who?
Buzzsprout.
Oh, of course. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partner, see?
Well, you're right. They really are a team, and they make me feel so supported. I know that if we ever have a question, all we have to do is reach out, and they're going to get right back to us.
That's right, because Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed.
That's the buzz, Sprout.
All right. Well, now it's time for our last segment. Let's get ready for
10K Roleplay.
So, Lulu, today you're going to be a felon.
Oh, no.
Named Rush.
Yeah,
whose hands are connected.
What?
Word of the day. By handcuffs during this entire interview. So you've just been arrested. Okay. Maybe you're even in the back of a cop car.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Well, hi, Rush.
Hi.
So our listeners want to know, what's your current obsession?
Well, my obsession is actually the fact that I'm in a cop car. I don't think that you can think much about anything else if you're in a cop car. But I am really glad that you didn't tell me why I was in the cop car, right? I have to tell you?
Yeah, I don't know why you're there.
That's true. Well, that's because I was stealing things. I was stealing clown outfits. And I got caught red-handed. And now I am obsessed with the fact that I'm sitting in a cop car with my hands connected through handcuffs. But the funny thing is, they didn't let me take off the wig, and I can't reach up, and it's very hot. And my hands just like, because they're like down, and they're also behind my back. They're behind my back, which is why I can't reach the wig. I'm a very dangerous clown felon, by the way. Like, I walked into Party City and they were like, get her out of here. And I was like, joke's on you. Awesome. I'm putting the wig and the red nose on right now. And they were like, joke's on you. We have handcuffs because we have a whole police party we were just about to sell to these strippers. And I was like, oh, right. So the stripper cops came over, and now I'm in this cop car. But I got to tell you, it kind of feels like a Kia Soul, because I don't know that these are real policemen. I think they just might be the strippers. And I, so all in all, I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm pretty obsessed with figuring it out right now.
I love that. That's awesome. What's on your wish list?
Well, I really wish I had some lotion, because these handcuffs are chafing. You would not believe. They don't talk about that enough. You know what I mean? Like, no one ever talks about that, but they're really rough on you. I think it also might be that these handcuffs, I think, might be like made out of plastic, and they're just some of like little rough spots, because I think when they 3D printed them, they didn't like do them very well. So they're just kind of chafing my wrists. And if I move them, I want to be careful, because if I move them a certain way, they might just snap. And I don't want to like break someone else's handcuffs. I'm already in trouble for stealing clown things. I think that if you break other people's equipment, then you also get another charge.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you had $10,000, Rush, what would you do with that money?
If I had $10,000, I would probably go ahead and kick out the window of this Kia Soul, because I don't think it's a real cop car. And I could afford to replace it, because again, I don't want to break anything, right? Because I don't want to be like responsible for the cost. I just want to be a clown for the day. So I would kick. The problem is, when you kick out a window with clown shoes, you don't really get the force you need, because the footprint is so large, and it goes past your toe so far. So when you kick, you have to like really make it strong on the heel, or it's just going to bounce off the window.
Oh yeah. No,
yeah, but that's what I'm doing.
Tip.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, if you had $10,000 to give away, would you?
Well, now you're going to feel bad about laughing, because I was going to steal all of these clown costumes, and I was going to go do little shows at the children's hospital.
Oh, look at you.
That's right. See, I'm a good clown. And so if I had $10,000, I think what you want me to say is I'd give it to the people at the hospital. What I'd actually do is hire all these fake cops, dress them as clowns. And then we would go to the hospital, and they could like, I hope that they can get past it. They'll be like, you're under arrest. They need to be like, I've got a joke for you. You know what I mean? So I would replace like their fake guns. I would replace them with like rubber chickens.
Yes.
And then when they take out their badge, it's actually just a red nose. You know what I mean? Like just something like that. I'd make them the clown posse.
I love that. Okay, final question. What's your happy today?
My happy is I completely turned this into a clown monologue, like with no prompting from you.
I know. It's not where I thought it was going to go. Always keeping me on my toes.
That's right. That's what I like to do as a clown robber. I'm better than all those other bozos out there.
Oh, well, thanks, Rush.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot my name was Rush. Yes, it's true. It's my clown. Connection. You, Alison, are not named Alison. You're now named Belle.
Oh.
And you are the last surviving long distance phone operator.
Oh.
Because now we have like cell phones and stuff, right?
The one where you like have to plug it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one where you plug it in. You're the last one. You're still working. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. Belle.
Yes.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy, busy day connecting long distance calls.
No worries. Yes, I'm actually called the switchboard operator.
Oh, yes. Thank you for correcting me. Switchboard operator. Yes. So Belle, what is your obsession right now?
Well, my current obsession is the stress ball that my husband got me. What that is it's a ball that you hold in your hand and you squeeze. So my hands are riddled with arthritis from all of the switchboard operating that I have done over the years, putting the plugs into the appropriate jacks, if you will. And my hands are really sore all the time. So this stress ball is something that I'm able to squeeze throughout the day to relieve a little bit of that pain. And I am currently obsessed with it. I can't leave without my stress ball. In fact, I'm going to need to get some more to put one in each purse because, a woman has to have many different purses to go with the different outfits of the day. So I'm going to get multiple stress balls, I think, in my future.
You can never have too much stress balls.
No.
All right, Belle. Well, what is your wish list right now?
Well, my wish list is just that. It's that I want new purses and I love purses. It's my thing. In fact, at the switchboard operating company called the Alexander Graham Bell Arena.
Okay.
It's the Bell Arena, not like ballerina, the arena. They actually have a place underneath the desk where you can hang your purses. People thought that that's a new invention at bars so that women don't lose their purses on top of the bars. But actually, we had it back in the Bell Arena many, many years ago. So I need some new purses with the long handles in order to hang them on underneath the board where I did operate, shall I say.
Did operate. Yes.
Yes. It's no longer a thing.
We should dig into that, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So if you had $10,000, what would you do with it, Belle?
Well, that's an easy one. I'm actually currently working on a project with a couple other of my switchboard operator gals, and we want to build a museum for the switchboard operators. We want people, who in today's time to come through and see what it was like. We want to really show them the history of the phone and what went into making just a simple phone call. I mean, now people get to say, hey, Siri, call so-and-so. That is not what used to be. It used to be much more, in depth. So we want the kids of today to be able to walk through a museum and maybe even try it out for themselves, see how long it took, how you had to really be on your toes. It was a fast-paced world. You had to memorize where people's lines were because back then we didn't even have, label makers. So you just had to memorize things. So that's what I would do with 10,000 is I'd put it into that switchboard operator museum.
Perfect. A museum. Yes. I'd love that. Okay. Well, what would you do if you had $10,000 to give away?
Well, it has always been very important to me to support charities where it's equal pay for all. Back in the day, it was never equal pay for women. And so it is very important for me to support charities locally that also support equal pay, even in today's day.
In today's day.
Yes. So that's what I would do is I would find some equal pay charities. And if it doesn't exist, hey, I'll start that too.
Perfect. Sounds like you have a lot of plans.
Lots of plans. You have to be plan oriented when you are a telephone switchboard operator.
I can see that. All right. What's the last one? Oh, yes. Happy. What's your happy today?
Well, as crazy or ironic as this may sound, I'm actually very happy that technology has improved.
Oh.
I know it's a little bit of a juxtaposition with myself because I do want to bring a great memory to the switchboard operators of past, but I am really glad that nowadays, I can walk around with AirPods and I can, do my Zumba without being tied down to the phone. So I feel like it's important, the strides that we've made. And so my happy is that technology has improved and that, we are on the path to a new world. Yes.
Yes. World peace.
We're getting slap happy, so we're going to head on out, guys. Thanks for being here with us for another week of 10K Dollar Day. Remember, if you listen to this podcast every single week, we'd love to hear from you. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. We're all at 10K Dollar Day. Also, check out our Patreon. It's 10kdollarday.com/Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can support this podcast. And I'm very serious. It really does help us continue this passion project of ours. All right. 10K Dollar Day is produced by Andrea Canny, intro by Stan Collins, graphic art by Jacob McAllister, 10K jingle by Rockwell and Rose, the vintage 10K Saturday episode voiceover by Charlie Hume. Thanks as always to Buzzsprout. We're going to end this the way we end every episode, with friends like us
who needs amenities.